Hi, I'm Emma from Barre Body. I would like to lead you through a short prenatal yoga sequence. Starting in cross legs, close your eyes, bring your awareness to the breath, center your energy by taking 10 full deep breaths. Inhaling into the belly, the rib cage, the upper chest, all the way up to the collarbones. Exhaling, collarbones, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, feeling yourself become more present with each breath. More settled with each exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, belly. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gently open the breath. Maintain that sense of focus and stillness. We're going to do a few of my very, very favorite, very gentle prenatal postures. These are really nice to do at the end of the day or in the morning when you wake up. Very, very gentle, really beautiful way to honor and nurture this life that's growing inside of you. They're also beautiful opening postures helping you prepare for labor and birth. So we'll start with malasana, my favorite. So it's a squat. You can do this one without a block. It's nice to have a block. You can use anything really in place of a block. Now, depending on how good your squat is, will dictate how far your feet should be apart. So you can see my feet are nice and wide, coming down into your squat. Again, you can use that block to sit on whichever side you need to, or no block at all. Hands together in prayer position. And we'll take 5 deep breaths here. And you can stay here. This is a really beautiful posture, really fantastic for birth preparation. You can stay here for 5 minutes if you like. We're going to do 5 breaths today. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Try and maintain the length in the breath that we cultivated at the beginning with our breathing. Inhale. Just allowing yourself to soften and sink into these postures. Throughout pregnancy, you have an increase in the hormone relaxin, which means you can be a little more flexy than you would be otherwise. Really important not to overstretch, but you can settle into these postures. 2 more breaths. Big inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Let the breath fill your lungs. And exhale. and release. You can get rid of your block if you're sitting on a block and sit down, coming into Baddha Konasana, another really, really beautiful pregnancy posture. So depending on your flexibility, your feet might not be as close, your heels might not be as close as mine are, your knees might not come down. It's totally fine. You might even like to use, if you're tight in the groins, you might even like to use blocks or cushions to prop up the knees. So it's all about listening to your body. Sitting up nice and tall. So finding space, lengthening the belly. We don't want to squeeze and contract here. Find some beautiful length in the belly. Sit up nice and tall. Nice deep breaths. 5 breaths here. If you like, you can drop your chin to your chest and look at the heart, or look straight ahead. Deep inhale. Exhale. You might even like to close your eyes. Inhale. Belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale. Really soften in here. Inhale. Exhale. Use each breath just to relax and soften into the posture. Just let go of any resistance, any mental or physical resistance. Just let it go. One more deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. We'll take a little forward fold. Maintain the length in the spine, so we don't want to round the belly here. Maintain the length in the spine. Inhale. And exhale, little forward fold. You can walk your hands forward if you like, or hold on to the feet. I like to avoid bringing my elbows on my knees, so just keep the elbows nestled in, nice and close to your baby. And how low you go really depends on your flexibility. You might be super flexy and you might be able to come down quite low. Obviously, belly will dictate how far you can come down, or you might stay up and just think about that lengthening through the spine, opening through the groins. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, maybe soften a little deeper. 1 more. Inhale, a little bit of extra length. And exhale. Rising up. Inhale. Coming into upavistha Konasana. Another really beautiful prenatal posture. So you want to make sure that you're sitting on the sitting bones here. So you might wiggle your tush out of the way, any extra flesh out of the way. Pull the toes back toward you, so we'll activate the feet. Make sure that your toes, shins, knees and thighs are all pointing up, so they might want to roll out or roll in. Let's point them all up to the ceiling. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll start with our hands behind our hips. Lengthen through the spine. And 5 breaths. If it feels nice, you can drop the chin to the chest and look at the heart center again, or look straight ahead. Just think about that beautiful length, and legs are active, so toes are pulling back. Quadriceps, kneecaps draw up to activate the quadriceps, and everything points upwards. 5 breaths here. 1. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Eyes can be open or closed. 2. Just allow yourself to be soft in the postures. 3. Long deep breaths. 4. And 5. Coming forward now. Remember, maintain that length in the spine. Bringing your hands forward. You might just come a little bit forward. I don't want you to round the spine here. I want you to keep the chest lifted and the spine nice and long. Keep pulling the toes back towards you. Shins, knees, thighs, all pointing upwards. Lift up through the chest. You might be able to come down a little bit lower, maybe onto the elbows, maybe stretching out. Again, depends on how much baby there is at this time in your pregnancy. 5 breaths here. 1, keep the legs activated. Lengthen through the spine. 2, keep pulling the toes back. 3, maybe soften a little deeper for the last 2 breaths. 4 and 5. Inhale to rise up. So 3 beautiful, beautiful pregnancy postures. Now we're going to move to my absolute favorite posture of all, viparita karani, roughly translated as legs up the wall posture. Throughout pregnancy, we tend to, particularly in the 3rd trimester, we tend to accumulate quite a bit of fluid in our legs, quite a bit of fluid in our entire body, but often in the legs. We often get tired towards the end of the day, tired feet, tired legs. This is a really beautiful way to, really beautiful restorative posture, helps you to rejuvenate and restore your energy. So what you're going to do, if you have a cushion or a bolster, you can use that. I'm going to use a bolster today. You're going to scoot yourself all the way up to a wall, bringing your bolster with you. Moving my microphone out of the way here. You're going to scoot your bottom all the way up to the wall, and then legs going up the wall here. So I'm keeping my heart slightly elevated here. You can lie on your back for really short periods of time. We're going to be here a little bit longer, so I'm elevating a little bit into the heart. I'm just going to move this bolster back just a little bit. There we go. So hands facing upwards. This is a really beautiful posture. If you do nothing else, do this at the end of the day for 5 minutes. You can close your eyes. The beauty of this posture is that you can do all of the postures we just did in this position. So you can do malasana, a squat, either with the hands in prayer or hands together. You can do Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees wide. Upavistha Konasana, legs nice and wide, or just legs up the wall. Feet about hip distance apart, maybe wider, and you feel free to change the position to something that feels more comfortable for you. To get the most benefits out of this, I guess, changing the direction of energy, restorative feeling, have the legs pointing up, but any of those other variations are really beautiful too. So I encourage you now just to rest, close your eyes, and just settle in and relax. When we lie on our back, our parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. We can't help but relax. So this is a really beautiful way at the end of the day just to relax and let go. Or maybe even at work, if you're feeling stressed, sneak yourself off somewhere, legs up the wall, close your eyes, and let your nervous system settle. Let that parasympathetic nervous system take over and send you into a more relaxed state. So close your eyes. You can focus on the breath, or just let everything go. And you can really stay here as long as you like. You can count 10 breaths, 20 breaths, 100 breaths, or just relax, close your eyes and just stay for as long as you feel comfortable. It's really up to you. When you're coming down, just making sure we roll to the side. It's preferable to roll to the left side, so I'm going to roll to the left here. And then just bringing myself back up to seated. Make your way back to your mat. Bring your hands together in front of the heart center, and namaste.